Obviously, you guys know. I mean, we were repping alcohol in our videos all the time. When I saw that we really had influence, was we started drinking Corona, obviously. And I think me and manager Drew actually came up with the term in like one of our friends' basements in Canada, my friend Tristan. And we just started calling it Rona season. And we started saying that in videos, Rona season, Rona season. And Corona was always typically a drink for like older people. You didn't see 21-year-olds or college kids drinking Corona. It was more of like, you know, my dad would drink it and they marketed to seniors on the beach. So we start saying Rona season. And then, you know, we'd do a merch drop and sell Rona season shirts, and we'd sell 20,000, and we sold 20,000 in 24 hours.
Crazy.
And I'm like, holy shit.
20,000 units.
20,000 units in 24 hours. And I was like, that's when I realized, I was like, hey, we have a real influence here. And then I start pulling up to frats and I see all the kids, they have Coronas and they're giving me Coronas. And I'm like, all right, you know, we have real influence here. We tried to get a deal with Corona. We were obviously way too crazy. Now I know why they could never touch us, but that was a blessing. But, you know, we'd get off.
Well, touch you back then. Now.
Touch you back then. Now, of course. Yeah, now we're grown up. I'm not 21. Like, so different people would approach us and say, hey, like, you know, we want to starting this alcohol. We want to give you 20%, this and that. And I was like, you know, I feel like we just have a big influence.
Yeah.
So basically after that point, I was like, I want to start our own alcohol brand. And then I met the Shahidis.
You had been pitched a lot of different alcohols that taste like shit too, right?
Yeah. People like came to our house and they said, here's our pre-existing alcohol. We're starting it soon. You know, take 20% of it. But I would try it and be like, yo, this is trash.
I tried one of those.
Like,
I forgot the guy's name. No, I don't even want to shit on him anyways because it's irrelevant. But I remember I posted a picture of our dinner and that guy had followed me. And he was like, hey, I've been actually trying to pitch Nelk on this alcohol. He's like, can I send it to you? Can you get it? I can't get a hold of Kyle. Can you send it? And I was like, if you can't get a hold of Kyle, then you must have sucked. But sure, send it to me. He sent that shit to my house. I was nauseous. Like I had to take like 4 Pepto-Bismols. Like I was so sick. And that's why I told him, I was like, bro, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, but it's got to be done right. Like it can't be. Nelk fans or any creator, any celebrity fan will try things once, but that's about it. Will they come back? We got to crush it. And he's like, well, we should call Joe Butow, because going back way before 2009, one of the reasons why we got into the YouTube business, we had created a tequila with the Butows, and this tequila was a 10 out of 10, but we had no marketing. Like, you know, people, you know, we're like, you know, we got into a couple stores and they're like, all right, well, what are you doing for marketing? Are you buying radio ads? Are you buying billboards, this and that? And I'm like, no, that costs a lot of money. We're not doing the traditional stuff. Like, and then one of the reasons why we actually created the YouTube network was to eventually get the eyeballs to build brands. That's been our model since 2009. Now it took to 2020 for us to find the right product, but we stuck with it. But that was the one big thing. And I think that's a big message for all creators is like, just because you've got a big fan base, don't just sell garbage. Figure out a product, because people will buy this once, but are they going to go back, go through it the weekend and go back the next week and buy another 12 pack, buy another 12 pack?
I think no one was coming to us too with a good product. So we just said like, listen, let's make something that, you know, we were drinking seltzers at that time. That was the time when I, you know, kind of started drinking seltzers because me and Steve were working out and we're trying to watch the barrels a little bit. So we were drinking seltzers, and then, you know, we were drinking other ones, and we thought that they could be a little better. So we kind of just teamed up and we started from scratch, and we said, let's spend the next, I think it ended up taking like a year and a half of taste testing, and let's just make the best product we possibly can. And let's make something that we like.
Yeah.
Because we were passionate drinkers, and we said, you know what? If we like it, I think that all our fans are going to like it as well. And that's what we set out to do.